Werden. Today we're going to look at 3 ways werden is used in German. So, the fact that it can be used in 3 different ways means we really need to know werden. Werden is an irregular verb, so we want to make sure that we memorize all the irregular forms and always practice them. So note this as we go through the 3 important ways werden is used in German. So first and foremost, let's just look at the simple conjugation of werden, noticing that it is an irregular verb. So, ich werde, du wirst, sie es wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, sie werden. One way that werden can be used is werden all by itself. So when it's its full verb, it means simply to become. That's in the present tense. Let's look at some examples. Ich werde reich. I am becoming rich. So, ich werde reich, simply meaning to become. So that's acting alone as a full verb. Zum Beispiel, es wird dunkel. So, still present tense. It's becoming dark. Also, it's getting dark. So, to become, to get. Es wird dunkel. Or, es wird schon spät. It's already getting late. It's already becoming late. So, once again, werden being used alone as a full verb in the present tense. So, here, intelligent werden, Deutsch lernen. Okay, get or become smart, learn German. Yeah. The second thing werden can be used for is future tense. So, this requires us to use werden plus the infinitive form. We conjugate werden and put infinitive at the end of the sentence, much like a helping verb. So, zum Beispiel, ich werde dir schreiben. I will to you write. So we conjugate werden and put the infinitive form of the main verb at the end of the sentence. Zum Beispiel, wirst du mich lieben, wenn ich 64 bin? That's a song from the Beatles. Will you love me when I'm 64? So wirst is conjugated to go with do, and lieben is the main verb here in this verb phrase. So that infinitive is pushed to the end of the clause in this sentence as opposed to the end of the sentence here, because this is one clause sentence. This has will you love me, and then when I am 64 is another clause. So a dependent clause, an independent clause, and then a subordinating or dependent clause here. Zum Beispiel, das wird sie verstehen. She will understand that. That she will understand. So, werden conjugated, and infinitive to the end of the clause or sentence. So, cooler Regenschirm. Wir werden alles nicht nass. Ich schon. So here's Winnie the Pooh, right? So, cool umbrella. We will all not get wet. And here, poor little Eeyore. I'm already wet. So, werden for future. Here, we're going to look at it in the next tense. So the third use of werden is when we're looking at it in terms of the passive voice. So we use werden and the past participle form of the main verb. So that's the ge form, if you will. Das wird oft gesagt. So sagen, gesagt. That is often said, or people say that often. Wird is conjugated, and then sagen becomes gesagt as the past participle form. Zum Beispiel, wir werden nach Deutschland geschickt. Sie werden, you are sent to Germany. So passive voice, you aren't doing the sending, someone else is sending you. So just remember, passive voice is the subject of the sentence does not perform the action of the verb. So werden is conjugated, and schicken, geschickt, that's the past participle form. Und zum Beispiel, wir werden mit dem Taxi abgeholt. So this is a separable prefix verb, abholen, to fetch, to pick up. And because it's a separable prefix, the past participle form has the ge in the middle. So ab, the prefix, geholt, abgeholt. Werden is conjugated to go with the subject, and the past participle form is at the end of the sentence. So the difference between it and the future tense, wird gleich küssen, will immediately kiss, right? So this is Dornroschen, die Gebrüder Grimm, the Brothers Grimm story of Sleeping Beauty, right? She pricks her finger on a spinning wheel. Instead of dying, she falls under sleep. So here's der Prinz, and he will kiss. So this is future tense. But she is not doing the kissing. He is kissing her, so she is kissed. So this is the passive voice. Sie wird gleich geküsst, but wird gleich küssen. He will kiss immediately, and she is kissed immediately. So just a difference between the future versus passive use. Now, the past tense can also be used. We can use past tense in full verb form. It can be past tense for the passive voice. So just as a friendly reminder, ich wurde, du wurdest, sie es wurde, wir wurden, ihr wurdet, sie wurden. So just remember there's also the past tense. Become becomes became. So instead of sie wird Politikerin, she's becoming a politician. Past tense, she became a politician. In the passive voice, instead of saying the house is bought in 3 months, the house was bought in 3 months. So you use the past tense for werden and the past participle for kaufen, gekauft. Das Haus wurde in 3 Monate gekauft. So this would be important to note. These are sort of the werden formulas, if you will. So werden plus the infinitive gives us the future tense. Werden plus the past participle gives us passive voice. And finally, werden alone can act as a full verb, meaning to become or to get. Danke.